Buen dia and good morning, you wonderful souls. And as you can see, it is kind of cold here in Asunción today. Wow, 16 and it was 6 this morning. Wow, it's still 6. So I'm kind of freezing my tits off. So, anyway, I'm a normal guy. And I'm not a GoPro kind of person, I'm one of those logical persons. I think I'm more Vulcan than anything else because for me, logic makes sense. One and one makes two. And what is going on around the world doesn't make any fucking sense to me at all because everybody is so fucking corrupt and, just doing their own thing. And that is why people want to get away from Europe and America and Canada. High living costs. How the fuck can people still survive? I left the UK over 2 years ago. And it was the best decision I have ever made in my life. And then a question of 2 years struggling in the UK to stay alive, to stay warm. I have built a home. I started 3 businesses, 2 projects. And it's not because I'm Superman or anything like that. It's just because I don't take shit. I have a job to do. You know what I'm saying? That's my soul's agreement. I'm too old to fuck around and wait for people and, wait for everybody. And everybody comes with excuses. And I just got enough of that. That's why Paraguay for me is such an amazing country to live in because it is an opportunity. It is an empty canvas. It's really undeveloped. It is really beautiful. I love Paraguayan people. I love the simplicity, the tranquility, all of those kind of things. So yeah, we do get cold weather here. Do not be fooled that it is always 48 degrees. It's not. You get days that's 3, 4 in the mornings. Believe me, I'm up 3 o'clock most mornings. I used to be up all the time 3 o'clock, but since my back got injured because I'm doing lots of physical MacGyver moves, I'm trying to build and fucking repair it. So the journey never stops. If you are planning to come to Paraguay, you have to make sure you get the basics done. Here, you rent homes, you get it as is. It's empty. You have to do and fix, repair, and maintain everything yourself. This is not like Europe where the landlord is responsible. There's no real landlord governing body that's going to protect you if you fuck up or if you choose a bad landlord. I've heard stories, pal. I've heard stories in this country where you get people that's just being really nasty, and people rent from somebody and then, things break and the expenses is a enormous amount of money. Either it's a water line or it's a sewer line, but then that responsibility becomes yours. You have to think about these things when you move to an undeveloped country. There's no real governing law to protect the consumer or a tenant or anything like that, and you cannot sue people in Paraguay because it doesn't happen. So, if you come from Europe and America, there's a big awakening. Here, most people don't even have car insurance. It's optional. So, think about it this way. If you are going to rent, you have to pretty much know at least the basics. Most of the houses you're going to rent here is kind of shitty. It looks good, a little bit neglected on the outside, but then you get to the core of it, the bones, And then, it's wiring that needs to be redone. It is faulty wiring that needs to be replaced. It is plumbing that doesn't make sense. Um, it's roofs that leak and never stop. I mean, come on, and then, don't even get me started on cracks and then termites and ants and all those kind of things. And then the flies and the mosquitoes. But I still love it because I can fix a lot of things. I'm handyman, I'm a MacGyver, and all those kind of things. But you know what? There's a lot of people that cannot do it. And I see the tremendous prices people are charging others. I mean, our job, for instance, is 450,000 guarani from one guy. That's an hour because he thinks I'm gringo. The job's literally like 30 minutes, and it's basically putting off the main power, the main water supply, and replacing a pipe, and putting in a pump and a tank. Not that difficult, kind of brain dead. But that's a lot of money, 450,000 guarani. Now, I know when you convert the chickens to euros and dollars, Canadian, all that, it's like chop change. But you have to let go of the mindset that you have dollars. You only have dinero. You only have guarani. So you have to start thinking that way, because a lot of foreigners have the misconception and they get confused. When they move to a new country, they still work on a dollar or on a pound or whatever currency they're from. And they're like, oh, this is cheap, this is cheap. But then you find out later on you paid like 10 times what you were supposed to pay. You paid like 7 times more than what you're supposed to pay. And that kind of cost you a little bit. But you know what? That is why I'm here. Because I bumped my head here and there with suppliers. I can say I was ripped off, I have amazing Paraguayan friends, Blas and Betty, that until today I'm eternally grateful for them, because they did my purchases, they got me what I wanted, like literally in seconds, minutes, got delivered, this is coming, no problems, prices are good. So, in general, rule of survival in Paraguay is be the first. I know it sounds terrible, but even when you drive, don't drive with fear and anxiety. I've done advanced driving, so I know how to keep cool, calm, and avoid accidents, but here, if you hesitate, you die. On the road, you die, literally. I have seen so many near-death experiences. I've seen my life flash before my eyes. But again, you have to be alert. Remember, it's an undeveloped country. Yes, it's got beautiful shopping centers, amazing malls. It's got cinemas, 3D cinemas. It's got all the stuff that you are used to. However, it's expensive. And life is not that simple. You have to be quick about things. If you want something, be quick. Don't hesitate, don't wait, because when you come back a week later because you're sitting talking to everybody else online, you lose out on specials. Sometimes you have to grab a special. You see something, buy it. I will tell you a funny story. Susie and I went for a brunch the one day. We were busy working on business plans, and talking about our clients and going through who's arriving and what we're doing and how we're going to do things. And it was kind of busy on a Saturday. It was really a lovely day. We were sitting at the coffee shop and we parked literally across the way in front of a woman's house. But we didn't know it was a woman's house. We just parked in front of a house, but not in front of the driveway, That is common sense, because I was driving, I parked out of the driveway. So as we're sitting there, we saw the traffic wardens walking around and they were clamping another car, but then we saw all of a sudden there's a red car in front of ours. And I said to Susie, that doesn't look right. That car parked that people in, and it's parked kind of in front of us. I think that's illegal. I know it's illegal. I was just being nice. So Susie's like, okay, I'll go tell the traffic warden, because, the people's house is being blocked and that's in front of us, like literally this far from our car. So she goes to the traffic warden. She tells the warden, look, I don't know whose car that is, but I think that's blocking this house and it's right in front of us. So the warden said, yes, that's true. That's illegal. You cannot park on the street like that. So they clamped the car. Chickens. 35 minutes later, we see this woman waving arms, shouting and screaming, and this poor traffic warden slithers away. So we didn't think much of it because, somebody blocked the person's gate. That's right. You can lose your shit, but you can't park somebody's driveway closed. And I mean, it's not that they park half on the road, half on the drive. No, 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 chickens. They parked on the road in front of their driveway, like they were parallel parked. You see what I'm saying? All of a sudden, here we're sitting peaceful, having a beautiful brekkie. Traffic warden walks this woman and her husband over to our side. This woman starts roaring at us. How dare you tell the warden to clamp my car in front of my house? I was like, how the fuck was me know? How can we know? But anyway, so the warden was such a chicken shit. He immediately, because she was going too crazy with him, he blamed us. He brought us because we were just concerned about the driveway. We didn't know it was her driveway. First of all, if it's your driveway, you park half on or off, then you know that's that person. But you don't park on the road. But anyway, what a day. That fucking warden gave us out to the people. There's no thing about discretion and the law says that. No, no, no. He immediately pointed to us out. Just concerned citizens. But anyway, you're going to get stories like that. You're going to get weird stories like that. Paraguay is literally, like I always say, it is an opportunity. It is literally for men and women that want to work. That's for men and women wanting a different life. A slower pace of living life. If you want something that's not as crazy and expensive as Europe and America, then Paraguay is a place for you. But it does come with its undeveloped stories. And I think most people don't even have a driver's license. I mean, wow, I've seen cars coming down runways with attitude like, you better move, brother. So, I mean, stop in the middle of a fucking busy road. I've seen it all, pal. I've seen it all. So driving is kind of unique in all aspects of it. Life in Paraguay is kind of unique. So even us with Casa Austral and what we've done for so far with immigrations, relocations, and all those kind of things, and we rock it, by the way. But unfortunately, Casa Austral, we have outgrown the capacity to help more people. That's kind of a tough one, isn't it? But you've outgrown your business. So, because we are fully booked, literally overbooked, for the next 7 or 8 months, so we had to improvise. We had to team up with other people to help us. So I have amazing friends. I have a wonderful senior government official that has gone into retirement, who specialize in immigration. So we've hooked up with, or teamed up with really strong Paraguayan contacts. So my dear friend and his wife and us decided we are teaming up. We are expanding our fold. His wife worked in immigration, senior level, so she knows all the people. He knows all the people. We know how to speed things up. Now we have a lot more contacts in immigration, in cedular, driver's license, in any government office basically, because that's how we roll. We have networks. So besides our accommodation here in Asunción, we're also going to offer people now rural accommodation in about an hour and 20 minutes drive from Asunción. So if you want to do immigration, but you don't want to stay in the city, you want to experience Paraguayan country life, my friend and our business partner is basically, they have a farm. We will offer accommodation there, lovely, rural, hour and 20 minutes, scenic, panoramic views. That's what we're going to offer. Plus, obviously, we're slowly working on getting Casa Austral sorted out and all these kind of things. So we've grown. So now we can offer people a lot more options. And we can also offer people speedy processing of immigration as well as just the normal immigration process. Normal immigration process takes up to 3 months for your immigration to come through. Then your cedula is another, about, say, plus minus 3 months. Work on worst case scenarios, chickens. Don't go on 3 weeks and 6 weeks. Worst case scenarios, because they are so busy at this stage that everything is taking longer. So now we have the network to help speed up applications. We have the network to really push and get things done quicker. And Susie has been doing an amazing job, and I really admire her because, I kind of pushed her in the deep end to do it because I couldn't speak Spanish. And because of my experience and my dealings and me knowing a lot of people in immigration already, it was all about networking, introducing, introductions and all of that. And then we got other people to help us, a lovely lady, Chantil, so she's going to work with us still, and we're going to work with Gabriello and his lovely wife. And it's all Paraguayans. It's all Paraguayans, Pallies. Everybody that works with your immigration is Paraguayan, and they speak English, Portuguese, Spanish. I think one speaks French. Yeah, one speaks French. I speak Dutch, but I don't do immigration. I just put everything together. I make sure everything is okay. Everybody's safe. Everybody knows what's happening, where to go. I do all the hard work. I do the cooking, the cleaning. I make sure that you are cared for and pampered. While the Paraguayans take care of your Paraguayan residencia. That kind of sense, doesn't it? So, we have expanded our business. We can now offer people that require a visa to come to Paraguay. We can invite you. You don't need a visa. We just issue you our letter inviting you to the country to have a look and see what we can do for you. That's it. So if you require a visa to come to Paraguay, now we can help you without doing it. So reach out if you want to know about immigration, about life in Paraguay. If you have questions about Paraguay, if you have questions about life in Paraguay, immigration, whatever it is, just ask. There's no stupid questions, literally. Life is beautiful. No matter how much pain and suffering and hardship you have to go through sometimes, no matter where you are in the world, stay true to you, stay true to your life, hold on to everything that is beautiful, and let go of those things that does not serve you, your family, or your purpose. Love, light, and all those wonderful things. Keep it clean, keep it green, be cool, and I'm not talking green like fanatics. I'm just saying green. Like Camino Verde means green path. What does that mean? Does it mean environmentally friendly? No. Yeah, a little bit, but it's not fanatics. What we're talking about green life is finding a purer way of living life. Slower pace of living life. Connecting with humanity kind of life. That is green path. It is a purer way of living life. I'm not saying we fucking don't drink and smoke weed and stuff like that. No, whatever people do, they can do. Moderation, obviously. But as long as we all work and get the job done, you can do what you want. That is what it's about. It's about people helping each other. Return to a slower, simpler pace of living life. Sorry, it's so early in the morning and I'm freezing. I haven't got socks on my toes are frozen. I think my coffee is cold. But anyway, I love you. I don't care where you are, who you are, what sexual orientation you are, your color. I don't care about shit like that. I don't care about that. I care about your humanity. If you show kindness, generosity, and compassion, we'll be okay. If you can respect other people and work your fucking 110% the same as everybody else, we'll be okay. So, love, light, and all those things.